Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's class. I'm so happy that that most of you have joined this morning. So, guys, quickly, just indication who did this assessment that I set up for you guys. Just give me an indication whether you have done it and submitted it, please. If not, and this is what you must listen to now, if you didn't submit it or you were not able, then you must send it to this email. This is my email, melissapinar.8g@gmail.com. So then email your test to me quickly. I'm going to give you 3 minutes because I want to start explaining the test. So yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do today. I have to explain the test to you and so on. So hopefully that by now you have emailed it to me, because after 10-2, I can't accept anything anymore, because then you are actually getting some of the answers. Not 10-2, 5-2, 5 past, sorry. So you've got 5 minutes to email your paper to me before the lesson. I'm going to check the times. After that, I cannot give you a fair mark. So for the rest of you, just hang on for 5 minutes for me, please, or 3 minutes. Okay, you've got another 2 minutes, then I'm going to... Oh, sorry, Helen. Yeah, my baby is crying. But he's sleeping now, suddenly. Okay. 2 minutes. Come on, guys. If you haven't sent it to me, this is now your chance. Okay, so I'm going to then give another minute, and then I'm going to start with the class. After 5 past, I accept no more emails. I'm going to check the time. Okay, so then time is now up. Hakeem, so I'm going through the test that we did yesterday. So you all wrote an assessment, which you had to submit online. If you then had trouble, you now had 5 minutes to email me your response of your test as such, and then after which, from this moment on, I'm not going to accept it, because now I'm going to start explaining the test and give you the answers, and I cannot accept it afterwards, otherwise you could have done the assessment. So here we go. So your assessment counted, I think it was 55 marks, I'm not sure, but we'll have a look now. And it had a comprehension test in it, and I'm going to read it to you now before we start with the questions. Die titel is Wie laaste lag. Dit bly vir my snaaks as ek stories hoor van mense wat uitgevang, caught out word vir klein sondekies, little sins wat hulle gepleeg het. Hierdie week vertel 'n vriendin dat een van haar werknemers nie Vrydagoggend op haar pos kon wees nie. Could not attend work. Sy moes dringend Oos-London toe vir 'n begrafnis. Moedeloos, discouraged, stem my vriendin toe in dat die werker maar Maandag kan inval. My vriendin gaan toe Vrydag gou bank toe. Op pad binne toe vang haar oog 'n dame wat darm baie soos haar werker lyk, wat nie by die werk kan wees nie. Maar dis mos nie onmoontlik nie en ek stap die bank binne. Groot was die verbasing, surprise, toe madame die volgende oomblik die bank binnestap en vriendin bevestiging kry dat dit wel sy is. My vriendin sê sy weet nie of die vrou wou lag of huil nie, maar toe sy haar sien, het dit gelyktydig simultaneously vorentoe en agtertoe gehardloop. Sy het maar skaam Maandagoggend toe aangemeld, reported en blush elke keer as die vriendin na haar rigting kyk. Jare gelede op Stellenbosch, so word dit vir my vertel, was 2 studente wat die Saterdagoggend 'n sielkundetoets moes skryf, 'n psychology test, laat. Die 2 mans was pure student, so het hulle sosiale lewe verhoed of prevent om deur die week voorbereidings preparations te begin en toe ander vriende hulle arm draai om die Vrydagoggend ook net 1 of 2 biere te gaan drink, het hulle geredeneer, dat hulle 8 uur by die huis kon wees en met hulle studies vir die dag begin. Maar 2 biere het vermenigvuldig, het multiplied, en hulle het nie by die swartwerk uitgekom nie. Ook nie by die toets die volgende oggend nie. Maandagoggend plead hulle toe by die dosent om genade of mercy. Hulle het skielik Saterdagoggend 'n pubwiel gekry en op pad na die toetslokaal testroom toe. Hulle smeek vir 'n tweede kans en die dosent kom hulle tegemoet. He helps with understanding. 'n week later sit die 2 manne gereed om hierdie tweede kans toets af te lê. Die dosent sit die een heel voor in die klas en die ander een heel agter in die klas. Met 'n breë glimlag, 'n broad smile, deel hy die toets uit. En die volgende vraag verskyn op die toetsbladsy. Skryf 'n opstel van 500 woorde waarin jy sê watter een van die 4 motorbande, motor tires, verlede Saterdagoggend pap was en verduidelik stap vir stap hoe jy die situasie probeer oplos het. Vas, die mannetjie voor in die klas kon nie waag om te kyk vir hulp nie. Daar was geen manier dat hulle weergawe versions in 500 woorde ooreenstem of match nie. Albei die manne het toe 'n ronde 0 vir daardie toets achieved. En die dosent het lekker gelag. Okay guys, why aren't you using Microsoft Word? I just prefer doing it in PDF. So yeah, okay guys, let's quickly look at the answers for this test. First of all, die verteller deel staaltjies, which is little stories met die leser, noem hulle. So the first story that he told was 'n staaltjie gaan oor 'n vrou wie se werker onder valse pretenses nie opgedaag het vir werk nie. En die ander staaltjie gaan oor 2 studente wat nie vir hulle sielkunde toets geleer het nie. So the first one is about a woman who didn't pitch at work. And the other story is about 2 students who didn't study for their test. Number 2, kies die korrekte antwoord. Wat is so snaaks? What is so funny? And the answer is all of them. And I'm going to read all of them to you. Mense wat klein sondekies pleeg en uitgevang word, so people who doesn't tell the truth and then they are caught out. Mense wat uit gewoonte 'n wit leentjie vertel, people that lie out of they just do it often. Mense wat uitgevang word vir die wit leentjie wat hulle vertel het, people that's been caught out for telling a white lie. And the answer is all of them above. So the answer for 1.2 would be E. Nantlanla, are you tired? No, I'm not tired. I'm fine. Sorry. Goed, hoe het die dosent hulle uitgevang? Hy het vir elkeen 'n geleentheid gegee om 'n storie van 500 woorde te skryf, waarin hulle die presiese weergawe van hulle storie vertel. Hulle moes vertel watter band pap was en hoe hulle die probleem stap vir stap opgelos het. Other words, guys, oh my goodness. you had to they had to tell in an essay format of 500 words. They had to explain which tire actually broke down, and then how did they try and fix it. Tlanla, you said, ma'am, I sent an email yesterday. There was no question 1.1. There's the question 1.1. Was it not in the test? Can't be. Okay, I'll have a look. Okay, hoe weet ons dat die storie van die studente nie die waarheid is nie? Okay, guys, so there was not a question 1.1 in the test. Is that what you're saying? I'll have a look and then, okay. All right, I'll have a look at that and then you'll probably all get that mark. Okay, right, sorry for that. So how do we know that the story wasn't the truth? They say jare gelede op Stellenbosch, so word vir my vertel. So you see that word, so word vir my vertel. That is referring to the fact that he was just told the story. So it's not probably, it probably really didn't happen because there's no fact. Then 1.5, twee voorbeelde uit die teks van typiese studente gedrag. Examples of typical student behavior, and the answer is people often associate drinking and having a social time with students, and that they don't really study. So those are the examples of student behavior. Then, wat beteken die idioom wie laaste lag, lag die lekkerste? And there is the answer. Die wat laaste aan die beurt kom met dikwels 'n voorbeeld. Those who actually come last sometimes have an advantage toward the other. Then 1.7, dink jy dis 'n goeie ding dat die studente uitgevang is dat hulle jok? Hoekom sê jy so? Guys, do you think it was a good thing that the students have been caught out, that they were lying? Do you think it's a good thing? You must answer me now. This is your answer. Do you think it's a good thing that they've been caught out? Ntlandla, why do you say no? Do you think it's a good thing that they had to lie? Helen says yes, definitely. Yeah, me too, guys. I think it's good. You can't lie and expect the same results, or it's not fair that other students studied and then you didn't study. Yeah, Ntlandla, you meant to say yes. I thought so. I thought so. Okay, then the last question. This is also your response. Do you think it's okay to sometimes tell a white lie? Do you think it's okay to lie sometimes? Lesedi says no. If they lie first time, there would be a second time. That's really wise. Yeah, and it is so. Well, I know I've told white lies before, and it's very easy then to just lie again and lie again. That's very, very wise. Okay. Yes, it is for. Okay, so Teta says something here, and I'm going to say it to the class because they can anyway see your answer then. If it's for a good cause, I must agree with that. If it's for a really good cause, then yeah. But you must think for who is the best cause, for yourself or for that person, eh? For some reasons, okay. All right, so guys, there's a lot of variety questions here. I personally, I always feel very guilty when I lie, but sometimes there is good reason for that. Especially if it's to make somebody else just feel a little bit better or spare them something. Okay, but enough about that. Could you all understand that comprehension test? Are you all still with me? Okay, tell me if I can go to question 2. Okay, great. So I'm going to question 2. All right, so question 2 is actually very like a question. It's about there you go. It's a spotprint daarso en dit sê vir ons, sorry, I'm just going to make it big again. It's saying die wêreldbevolking trek by 7 miljard. So it's saying, well, that's the Earth, and it's saying that we are already So many people on earth, daar's waar nou genoeg van julle en te min van my. So he's literally saying that the earth is too small for all the human beings. And of course, along with all the people that's living on earth, there's also a lot of pollution going on. Look at that air pollution and stuff like that. So it's horrible. And then I ask you, what is the theme of this what is the theme of this picture here? And the answer is die tema van die strokiesprent is oorbevolking. Moeder aarde wat oorvol is. So it's overpopulation or if I have to translate it directly, guys, it's literally that the world is too full for its capacity. So that's what it's about. The second question then, and then that there is besoedeling. So due to the people living on Earth, that's too much. There is also a lot of pollution. Then I want to ask you for 2 marks. Listen to what the question is. Waarom lyk die planeet so moeg en ongelukkig? Verduidelik. So for 2 marks, remember this will require 2 sentences with 2 facts. Why does the Earth look so sad? Come on, give me an answer there for 2 marks. Let's see. Let's see. Why does the Earth look so sad? Helen says the Earth is dying. Okay, so yeah, I think Earth is dying. It's being destroyed, Hakim says. Yeah, guys, this poor Earth of us is really, it's overpopulated and there's lots of pollution going on and people don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay, guys, so you give a lot of reasons. And remember, for a 2-mark question, it must be 2 proper sentences, guys, not just short sentences. Two. There are yawn clan, so maybe I'm getting tired now. Sorry. So it must be 2 proper answers. And here I have the yeah, and then Akeem says burning nature. Yeah, so here's the answer. Firstly, there is too much people. Daar is te veel mense en die planeet word erg besoedel. And then of course, die mense pas nie die aarde op nie. We got this beautiful earth and we are actually breaking the earth and we're just terrible for earth. Then look at the picture again. Waarvoor is die swart wolke? Waarvoor is die swart wolke? Wat wys die swart wolke vir ons? Natalie, you're very quiet today. Wat wys die swart wolke? Probeer vir my in Afrikaans antwoord, hoor. What does the swart clouds tell us? It's smoke. Nee, it's all the smoke and pollution from the factory. So there's the answer. Lugbesoedeling, it's referring to air pollution. Then the next question, wat bedoel die planeet wanneer hy sê daar is soveel so waar nou genoeg van julle en te min van my. So listen to what the earth is saying. What does this mean? I'm highlighting it to you on the screen. What does that mean? Daar so waar genoeg van julle en te min van my. What does that refer to? What does it mean? Yes, so Helen says there is too many of you or I'm too small. It's literally that there's too many people on this earth and that earth is really now too small. I mean, guys, the other day I heard a story that New York City is actually on an island. Well, yeah. So I actually found that out for the first time. Silly me. And that because New York City is so full and overpopulated, they started building the city up. In other words, they they bring down a building and then they will build it all over again, but with more stories. In other words, New York is too small for the capacity of people that it's taking at this stage, or the amount of people that there is. So can you imagine if you think of New York now, think of the entire world, guys. Think of China, for instance. I've heard a story, I'm not sure if it's true, that they literally have buildings where there's a small bed for a person. So in other words, people can't buy houses or stuff anymore because there's not space. So they have a little cubicle where they live in. So imagine that. That's what's happening to the world. So yeah, that's what 2.2 is referring to. Not 2.2, um, 2.4. So that was it. Can I go on? Helen, so you are Chinese. Okay, so is that a true story or not? If you perhaps know that there's literally not enough space for people there, that they build little cubicles for the people to live in. Do you perhaps know if that's true? It's a very interesting story for me. Okay. Then let's go on to vraag 3. So here I was giving you a advertisement, and then you had to okay, so Helen says years ago it might be true. All right. Okay, so maybe that story is just very old. Okay, all right. So it's very interesting to know this from somebody that knows it actually. Okay, so let's go to the advertisement. Thank you, Helen. All right, so if you look at the advertisement here, it's an advertisement from the ATKV Oorde, which is a organization in Afrikaans, Afrikaans Taal en Kultuurvereniging. So it's they've got holiday resorts, and not just holiday resorts, they actually look after the language of Afrikaans. They've got a lot of projects and everything. And so this advertisement, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger just for now. So it's talking about a promotion that's happening over the 13th and 16th of June. It's over the Father's Day weekend. It will tell you that the first 10 people that actually um, do their bookings for this holiday will get a free Funkelwein, a free bottle of champagne. And then also this advertisement is telling us that it's good to have a Father's Day celebration with your father. Then they are actually explaining to us that there is a free access to a warm pool and other activities. And you'll see there they're talking about the Oord Hartenbos, which is it's one of the holiday destinations that they have. So now I'm asking you in 3.1, what is a promosie? What is a promotion? And the answer is a promosie in die verband verwys na 'n spesiale aanbieding. So it's a special package. It's a package that they're actually giving you. Then number 2, watter tipe woord is onvergeeflik? So guys, there you have it. That's unforgivable. Not unforgivable, onvergeetlike. So in other words, it means that it's something that you can't forget. So it is a descriptive word. In other words, a descriptive word refers to a byvoeglike naamwoord, which is an adjective in English. Then, hoekom word Vadersdag met 'n hoofletter geskryf? Guys, this is also 1 mark. This means, I'm asking, why is the word Vadersdag written with a capital letter? Dit verwys na die naam van 'n dag wat gevier word in die wêreld. It refers to a name of a day. So that's for the answer. The name of a day that we are actually celebrating fathers in the world. So that would have been the answer there for 1 mark. Then guys, look at this sentence or this question. Verbind die volgende sinne met die voegwoord, the bostic words in brackets. Remember I taught you bostic words. It's a voegwoord, it's a conjunction. It glues sentences together. Now look at this sentence. Ek het Vadersdag geniet. I enjoyed Father's Day. First sentence. Second sentence. Ek was saam met my familie. I was with my family. That's the second sentence. Then the Bostic word is omdat. Now you must paste these two sentences together with that Bostic glue. Ek het die dag geniet. I enjoyed the day. Omdat ek saam met my familie was. Guys, that should actually be ek het Vadersdag geniet. So that would be the answer. Then we did synonyms already. What is a synonym vir gratis? What is a synonym for something free? It means it's verniet. Okay, 3 point. Oh, that's number 4. Do you all understand this question? Okay, so I'm going on then. Guys, let's look at number 4. So here is a few sentences. Now, I don't know if I made the joke with your class, but here you must think of yourself as a doctor. You're a doctor, and you're seeing that these sentences are very sick. They're in need of attention. And in terms of attention, I refer to punctuation. So you must now, as a doctor, fix this patient. So this sentences are in need of punctuation. Die studente het vir hulle dosent professor Smit gejok. So if I read that sentence, I immediately think there should be a comma in there. Otherwise, the sentence's meaning is going to be changed. So D, first of all, look there. The sentence always starts with a capital letter. Studente het vir hulle dosent. After that, a comma. Smit, capital, gejok, full stop at the end. Wanneer is Vadersdag nou weer? It starts with a question word. So in other words, you must know Vadersdag must have a capital letter, and at the end of that sentence should be a question mark. Nee, after a yes or a no, there's always a comma. Jy moet dadelik 'n geskenk gaan koop, full stop. It's an order, so it gets a exclamation mark. Nee, after the nee, comma, ons gaan nie met vakansie nie want pa is siek. Comma, before the voegwoord want. The two voegwoorde which always gets a comma is want and maar. And then a full stop at the end. Die studente dosent Professor Smit gejok. Yes, correct, Helen. You've got it. Okay, guys, so look at this. Do you understand what you should have done here? So yeah, half a mark for each of them, and then from there it's 1 mark each. Okay, I think that was quite clear what you had to do there. Right, so now I'm going on to the next question. Guys, this is stompie. Here you had to look at the sentence and then actually start the sentence with another word order. Jan het gister sy baadjie by die vakansieoord vergeet. Now you must start with the word het. Het Jan gister sy baadjie by die vakansieoord vergeet? Look there, there's your answer. And you must have all the punctuation, eh? By die vakansieoord het Jan sy baadjie gister vergeet. That must be a space, sorry for that. Then the next one, gister. You start the sentence with gister. Gister het Jan sy baadjie by die vakansieoord vergeet. 5.4. Môre sal Jan sy baadjie by die vakansieoord vergeet. So that's the answer. So you literally had to start that sentence, rewrite this sentence, starting with the words that they indicate must be in the front. Did you understand that question? This is a little bit of stompie. Okay, then I'm going on. I think this would almost be, yeah, it's almost the second last question. Okay, so here you had to put pronouns into the word. Andy eet 'n appel. Hy eet lekker. Jan swem in die see met sy vriende, saam met sy vriende. Hulle swem lekker. Koos eet 'n boek en Koos lees 'n boek, sorry, not eat a book, he's reading a book en hy hou daarvan. Jy gesels met jou vriendin. Koos en Jan kuier heerlik by hulle ouma en oupa. Guys, this is pronouns that you had to put into the sentence. I'm sure that you know that. Hey, you're forgetting about Helen. Oh yeah, okay, Helen is saying that. Yeah, guys, but remember, not all of us like to talk in class. I understand that. But thank you for those who actually participate. Now, the very sad poem that we did, The Laaste Renoster. So guys, let's then quickly do the answers. So here I asked, wat verstaan ons van die titel, Die Laaste Renoster? What do we understand of the title, The Laaste Renoster? And the answer there is, ons mensdom is besig om die renosters uit te roei. The human population is actually killing the rhinos, actually making the rhinos go extinct. Hierdie gedig impliseer dat daar slegs een renoster oor is en dat ons hom ook gaan doodmaak. So this poem is actually implying that there's only one rhino left and that we also killed that rhino. Then watter tyd, what time of the day did has the rhino been killed? And it was late afternoon. Next question. Die woord meerkatverspieder is 'n voorbeeld van 'n vergelyking of 'n metafoor. You guys can quickly give me that answer. Is that word 'n vergelyking of 'n metafoor? Is dit 'n vergelyking of 'n metafoor? Meerkatverspieder. Guys, try. Okay, so Lesedi says it's a metaphor. That's correct, it is a metaphor. Nou, watter beeldspraak is in hierdie? Sonbesies hou 'n minuut van stilte. Guys, is this a personification, a metafoor? Is it a vergelyking? Sonbesies hou 'n minuut van stilte. What do you think that is? Guys, and the answer there is personifikasie, because houing 'n minuut from stilte, having a moment of silence is usually something that people do, humans do, not something that animals do. Then, waarom is daar 'n minuut van stilte? We give a moment of silence when somebody important died. And remember, not just somebody important, when somebody died, because everybody has somebody that everybody has somebody that is important to them. And then 8.6, did you like the poem? Now, I want to know from you guys. This is a 1 mark question for you to remember. Did you like the poem? And you can be brutally honest here. I didn't like the poem because it is a very sad poem. However, there is truth in that poem, guys. There is absolutely truth in that poem. Okay. Sorry for that. My little baby is awake now. Okay. Okay, so Helen says, no, it made me very sad. Amugelang, what do you think, guys? Natalie? Guys, did you like the poem? Yes, ma'am. Natalie, did you like the poem? Remember, in this class, there's not just a yes and no answer. You must say why. Yeah, Helen, I think people are tired. Okay, listen to me all. Your tests, they have been submitted. So I'll go through the tests. And I'll check, because remember, the system marks it automatically, but that's why we're also going through the test, because a computer doesn't always know the answer. So I'm going to also have a look about at your test, because maybe you wrote something that is just maybe in another way. Okay, so I'm going to have a look. Regardless of what your marks are, remember, you are in my class and it's the beginning of our journey together. So who knows what might happen with the next assessment? Maybe if you didn't do well in this one, you might do much better then. Always remember, I never invite you to ask me questions in this class just because I have to. I truly want to teach you and help you. So if you ever struggle with a concept, don't hesitate to ask. If you're too shy to ask in the chat box, remember, if you even message me privately here, people can still see that you actually messaged me privately because I'll share my screen. But if you are really shy, then go and email me. There's quite a few of you who already emailed me and asked, ma'am, can I have this? Or ma'am, can you explain this? You are always more than welcome. So again, I'm going to read your test. I'm going to go through it. Whether you've done good or bad, that doesn't matter. I'm going to always help you where I can with your language. Okay. So please don't put too much pressure on yourself. All right. So now, guys, I'm going to ask you a very important thing to do. First of all, do you have questions about the test? That is the very first thing I want to ask you. Okay, Natalie, guys, let's get serious. I want to know, are you guys okay? Is there questions about the test? Okay, guys, Natalie made a joke. It's not that funny, I know, but leave it at that. She was just making a joke. I understand that it's sensitive. Okay, Helen, you say you are okay. Any other questions? You'll have your marks by Friday. Okay. All right. Okay. So, what do I always say at the end of a lesson? Type that for me sodat ek weet jy luister. Wat moet jy altyd doen in hierdie moeilike tyd? Ja, en wat nog? Yes. Julle luister mooi. Sien julle môre. Lekker dag, Kubai. Bye bye, kiddies.